Hey guys, back with another video here. I have one more really requested video here for you, and it's an update on my reptile collection. To start off, I'm going to start off with, did have a couple losses recently, and those were, I don't even know if you guys saw this one, but up in this cage I did have a Savannah Monitor for about 2 months, I want to say, and he did pass away. Reason he passed away was I bought him over the summer. Had nothing to do with his cage or anything. He had a 110-degree basking spot. Did fine. Ate lots of mice, lots of bugs. He ended up, it seemed like most likely having an infection because he just died randomly overnight. The reason most likely for that was because I picked the runt of the litter versus the largest in the group that they had at the local shop. The best thing to do if you're going to pick a lizard, I know this is what I did. I felt bad for the little one because he was smaller compared to everyone else. You really should go for the biggest one in the group, or the one that looks the strongest and the healthiest, because he's probably past his dangerous period where they are prone to more infections. And the issue with the reptiles, the reason I didn't bring him to the vet or anything, is they're much like the ferrets, where you really don't notice anything's wrong until something does happen. And just to I'll quick go over all the lizards I have right now. Oh wait, forgot, did have another death. This one actually happened earlier this week. The Crested Gecko I had, he ended up passing away, and the reason for that was one of my Exoterra, what do you call them? One of the Exoterra plants, kind of like those ones in there, the ones that just hang on the side of the cage. He was hanging on it. This is what I'm assuming, at least. He was hanging on the edge of it, and it fell off the side. The whole plant didn't fall down, but he lost his tail because he was hanging on by his tail, and just the force of the plant falling made him lose his tail. But he was about, I'd say, a foot to 14 inches off the ground, and so I think he hit his back or one of his legs or something on the way down, because he, for the next 2 days after losing his tail, he didn't move really, and he would eat, and he would move around, but he would stay on the ground, and he'd stay in like a 4-inch radius. He wouldn't really move at all, and before that happened, he had never been on the ground. He'd go down to hunt, and that was it. And the issue with that, it sounded like he might have broken something, I'm guessing, but I am not positive on that. But anyway, yeah, those were 2 bad things that happened. But other than that, my lizards have been doing pretty good. So first is going to be an update on the bearded dragon. Let's see if it'll focus. Come on, focus. Okay, it doesn't want to focus, but pretty much he's still in his 10-gallon crate. That's where his food goes, that's where his water is. I'm about to change it, so that's why it's all dried out. His cage is still pretty simple. He's about 8 inches long right now, and that's the reason why he's still in the 10-gallon. Probably next month I'm going to move him into the 20-gallon, but I'm still going to keep it down here because he does enjoy hanging out with my cat. They do watch each other quite a bit. So he is going to stay down on top of the snake cage. And other than that, he has a pretty simple cage. It's got paper towels on the bottom, a couple logs, and then a dead cactus that we got in Arizona. Other than that, that's pretty much it, I guess. He is pretty cool. He loves to be handled. I can't wait until he gets a little bigger, but they are pretty cute for a lizard when they're small. Okay, next up, I don't know if you'll be able to see in this cage, but in the back is my ball python. If you don't remember from the last video, this is my second one. The other one did escape, I think it was a year or 2 ago. I will do a feeding video on him the carpet python, and the tree boa tonight. Those three are going to be eating. Next up is Crested Gecko. Chinese water dragon. Oh, my cat wanted to say hi. So, he's still in this 40-gallon. We're in the process of ordering a large cage, I believe. If we don't order it, we are going to finish building this cage right here. I do have the opening covered right now, but that would be the door, and it's actually upside down right now. That's why the door is so low. So this whole area right there would be filled up with water, so you'd have like a foot of water in there. The issue with it, though, is we're having issues waterproofing it inside. If you guys are interested, I can make another video on that by itself. This guy you're not going to be able to see. He is in the very back corner, hiding behind the water. Normally there is a piece of aluminum foil up here, and the whole glass is fogged up from the heating pad underneath his water, but the cat knocked down, so I got to put that back up after the video. This is the what do you call it? Chinese. Cannot speak today. This is the fire-belly toad's cage, and you can't see them because it's pretty dark. But one of them is pretty large, and the other one is very, very small. I know the cage looks kind of weird right now, and that's because I am putting them in the Exoterra cage from the Crested Gecko today. That's why it's kind of dirty in here. But they are, I want to say they're 4 or 5 years old, so they're pretty old. If you don't remember, did have 4, they ate 2. Now I have a dominant and a submissive frog, and the submissive one is very small. I have to hand feed them to make sure that they both get food. Next up is my albino leopard gecko. He is in the process of shedding, so he does not look very bright right now. But he is doing fine. We had to take him to the vet a few months ago. He was having an issue where he got very skinny all of a sudden, and he lost like a third of his tail weight, and it ended up being he was dehydrated. And so I've been keeping his moist hide a lot moister, and he seems to be doing fine now. I think the issue was with it is because he's albino, he has very poor eyesight, and so he cannot always see for finding food or finding water, and I have to hand feed him whenever he eats. So that can be kind of a pain, but I take care of that. There's the other leopard gecko, my first lizard. You can't really get a good picture of his face because he does have a little bit of shed left. But he is doing perfectly fine. He is very large. As you can see, I'm in the process of taking care of all their cages right now. That's why I decided to take a video. Got to give them all water and spray down the cages. But he is doing perfectly fine. Now, other than that, did not show you the carpet python. I don't know how well you can see him. These red lights really mess up the quality of the video. I don't know why. But that is the carpet python, and he is quite large. He is around 5 feet, I want to say, and he is on large rats. Which reminds me, I don't have any rats to feed them tonight for the video, so I'm going to go to the store later so I can do that. So pretty much, yeah, that's the update on these. One thing I did forget to add in was the tarantula. It's just a rosy haired. Reason I have a towel on there is because I do have the blinds open since it's daytime and they don't like being in the direct sun. I do have my failed attempt at mealworm breeding holding down the towel. Let me show you guys. Oh, he moved. But that is my rosy hair tarantula. She's about 4 inches or so. I'm assuming it's a she. The whole cage, pretty simple. You got a water over there, a house, and a bush. And then, I don't know if you guys can see it at all. Let me see. You can kind of see it. There's spider web all over. There's webbing. And what's actually pretty cool, if I can get a video of it next time, is she does have the whole floor lined with it, and it's kind of hidden in the eco earth. So when you touch it, the whole eco earth just comes up because it's intertwined. Sorry, I can't speak. With the spider webbing. So it's pretty cool. So you drop a mealworm in there and he can't move. And pretty much the reason for having it all across the floor is she can feel it whenever something touches. And the whole point for that is if you drop a mealworm in and she's across the cage, she'll feel it moving somewhere on the spider web because it's very sensitive, and she'll go and attack it. I'm going to try and get a feeding video of it because she's very aggressive when she eats, and it's pretty cool to watch. And let me know if you have anything specific you want to see. I am going to post up a video of this cat playing with the ferret. They do enjoy tackling each other quite a bit. And she is kind of a pain with all the lizards, as you can see. She's very interested in them. And the carpet python becomes very interested in her when he's hungry. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the update, and there's more videos to come soon. Thanks. See you later.